Welcome to my review of The Jungle Book, directed by Jon Favreau, an adventure film centered on man-cub Mowgli as he journeys to the people village, leaving his loving family of wolves and friend Panther after his life and his canine family are threatened by a tiger with a bloodlust for humans and anyone who opposes it. This is going to be a somewhat quick review. I did see The Jungle Book and I just wanted to share my thoughts on it, and a lot of people have been giving this film some pretty high praise. As for me, although there are many things that I appreciate about this film and I admire about this film, I don't quite love it. I actually think it's pretty okay, or just good at best. I do have a few nitpicks, but my big problem with the film all centers around pretty much one thing, which I'll get to in a minute. But as for the good, I want to start with that. One thing that really impressed me about The Jungle Book is the visual effects, and pretty much all of it, with the exclusion of Mowgli. It's all CGI, and it looks incredible. So in other words, the environments are all digitally created, and there are times I would swear that they were filming on location. That's how good they look. And although there are some character models that do look better than others, for instance, you have the wolves, who I thought seemed a little too floaty, a little too weightless, and as far as the overall look, I thought they looked really good, but you could tell that they were CGI. As for a character model such as King Louie, that looked impressive. And then you look at a model such as Shere Khan, and that one looks damn real. It looks like a real tiger. What I also really love about what the visual effects artists did here is that they took the time to add in just the little ticks that certain animals do, like the flickering of the ears while they're talking. And they move like animals. Again, going back to that tiger, you would swear that's a real tiger. So if you're somebody who has a keen interest in visual effects, or you're somebody who wants to know what good CGI looks like, look at this film, because it uses it in a way that I thought merited CGI, and two, it actually looks good. It doesn't look like shit. As for the overall voice performances, they are fantastic. Bill Murray as Baloo, perfect casting. There's Serbian Kingsley as Bagheera. There's Lupita Nyong'o as Raksha. Then there's also Idris Elba as Shere Khan. Not even talking about the tiger itself, Idris Elba gives an imposing and immensely threatening voice performance, and in my opinion, he gives the best performance in the film. And I almost forgot you have Christopher Walken as King Louie, and I thought he did a great job, and as far as the singing goes, I thought it was quite good. However, despite how really fantastic the performances are, there's one performance that just completely fell flat for me, and that is Neel Sethi's, who plays Mowgli. Although he does improve by the end of the film, there are parts towards the beginning I found him to be pretty unbearable, and it honestly reminded me of Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker. There are scenes in the movie where he is delivering his lines without a whole lot of feeling behind them. There is one scene in particular where it seemed as if he was actually struggling to remember his lines. And then there's one scene where he's acting opposite of Lupita Nyong'o, who of course isn't physically there, but she plays his wolf mother in the film. And it's a pretty heartfelt scene, or at least it's heartfelt on her end, and it's a scene that would have moved me if he didn't look like he was just kind of bored. And look, I completely understand that his role in the film is a hell of a ton to carry, and at best, he's probably acting opposite of a tennis ball. But his part is absolutely crucial because he's not only the only true flesh and blood that we see in the film, but he is the avatar for the film. And if he doesn't believe in what he's seeing, or he's not all too involved, then how do you expect me to? So I'll be honest, his presence in the film, it had me disconnected. And I know he's just a kid, and you want to automatically go soft on child actors, but that's just it. They're child actors. He's a kid. It's not his fault. Just like I don't blame Jake Lloyd from The Phantom Menace, I don't blame Neel Sethi, and although he's not as bad as Jake Lloyd, in my opinion, he was far from good. I blame the casting. I blame the director. It's part of the director's job to make sure that his actors are given performances that are somewhat flattering. And I know this might seem harsh, but this is something that genuinely did detain me from enjoying the film like I wanted to. As for any other problems, and these are mostly just nitpicks, one of which being that some animals speak English while other animals basically communicate by basic animal auditorial communication, which I thought was just a little odd. As for my second gripe, it is indeed the singing. Now, I do think Bare Necessities, I do think that one worked well, but as for I Want to Be Like You, although I do like Christopher Walken's rendition of the song, I thought the song was just kind of off, in my opinion, in the way it was presented in the film. Overall, The Jungle Book is a good movie, and it's a movie that you should see in the theater if you're somebody who has been looking forward to it, if you haven't seen it already, or if you're somebody who has a keen interest, again, in CGI, because, again, the CGI is absolutely mind-bogglingly incredible. So with that said, I'm going to give The Jungle Book a strong 3 out of 5. If you're somebody who has seen The Jungle Book, then do let me know your thoughts on it. And as always, I'm Colin Kirkland, and thank you so much for watching.